afternoon, everyone. It's a Friday afternoon right here from Nigeria, and we would like to, of course, welcome and greet every Immerians all across the globe, okay, all around the world, okay, all across Nigeria, all across Ghana, all across Philippines, Egypt, and to wherever, okay, where we actually, of course, are far-reaching so far, okay, in this Facebook live stream. And in today's very special episode of Immeri Spotlight, we are joined by no less than, of course, our newest director and our newest car recipient of Black Mercedes-Benz ML354 Matic from Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our great honor and privilege to welcome, okay, to Immeri Spotlight episode 12, Mrs. Patience Madlion. Hi, Pat. How are you doing?
Hi.
How are you so far after we celebrated your promotion, okay, as director of Immeri? Can you please greet our audience?
Hello, everyone. Hello. This is Patience Madlion, Lioness of the Savannah. I'm so excited to be here. I want to appreciate every Immeri member, especially the pioneers, people that are like tilling the soil, breaking the ground to make sure that Immeri moves forward in Africa. I'm so proud of all of us. We're doing so well, and then very soon we all will be celebrated. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying tuned in on our Immeri Spotlight. I'm so excited to be here. So thank you so much, Mr. Harris, for inviting me.
Of course, it's always an honor and it's a great privilege, okay, to welcome you once again, okay, in this very special episode of Immeri Spotlight. And we have been waiting for this, okay, we have really been waiting for this, and of course, all our Immerians, okay, across the world are really waiting for this to be on a spotlight. Okay, so in today's conversation, we are not just only going to ask Patience Madlion of straightforward questions, but as well she is going to share with us, okay, how she actually, of course, started her Immeri business and how she became so inspired, okay, to take the lead, okay, to of course start and then move and now, okay, she is being celebrated and all over Facebook, all over social media, okay, your videos, your photos, okay, of the recognition which we did online, okay, is really getting so many shout outs, okay, and you are receiving so much applause, okay, especially from Immerians, okay, in Africa. So how was the feeling, okay, of being the new director, okay, of Immeri?
I just as far as I'm concerned, it's what it did for me is that it added more responsibility to me. It just makes me more active now. It made sure that I don't even have the number of sleeps I'm supposed to have actually, because right now I have been projected so much by Immeri to everybody in Africa or in Nigeria, most especially. So everybody wants to know that Immeri is real. Everybody wants to understand from me my perception about Immeri and what I have seen. So I'm now working double of what I used to do before. Now I'm talking to several people from all over the place are wanting to know my strategies, what I did, how difficult was it, how easy it was, and stuff. So I'm excited, but it's also more responsibility on my part. So I am working so well to like make sure that everybody that gets in touch with me to know more about Immeri is well taken care of, as in the knowledge is well passed down to the person. So that is as far as I'm concerned, is more responsibility. I feel excited. I feel very happy that I'm the one that got the position, or that I worked for it and I got it. I feel very excited about it. So it is more responsibility as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, of course. As a director and having number of people under your team, so you must be really on top, okay? And that is the beauty of leadership in this industry, okay? So once you are on top, okay, you should not just only, of course, exercise the qualities of being the upline, but of course you should have the qualities of a leader, that you will be able to not just only, of course, bring them to the forefronts of this business, but as well as lead them, okay, in the proper way on how they can position themselves and how they can also convert their own personal commitment, okay, to their own personal success story, and that is why you are being celebrated as a leader in Immeri. So Pat, okay, can you please tell us why, of all the business platforms available, okay, in Nigeria, in Africa as a whole, okay, so why did you choose Immeri to be part of your success journey?
Okay, so I my choice of Immeri is something that I will forever be grateful for. I at the point where I met Immeri, I had lost a lot of money in some other network marketing companies where I didn't really fully understand their plans, or they have, like, they have some very, very hidden plans. And so when I was about to go into Immeri, I had like a checklist of what I wanted in the company. I wanted first physically that there must be physical presence in Nigeria. They must be physically, present in Nigeria, that at any point in time I can walk into the office and then make my inquiries and have my queries sorted out. Then secondly, they must have a physical product, physical tangible product that I see. So that is good. They have several companies that have physical tangible product as well. Then thirdly, they must also have a wonderful compensation plan, because it's not enough for you to have a physical product. You must have a wonderful compensation plan that is also, that can be envied by anybody. That can also be, that people, when you talk about, people will be excited and people will want to listen more. So I needed them to have a good compensation plan. And thirdly, they must be registered with the Nigerian CAC, that's the body regulating companies, so that way I can sue them and they can sue me. Fourthly, they must also have the products registered with the NAFDAC authority in Nigeria. So I needed all these things in place before I can join the company. And when I got to Immeri, from the gate, I saw that they were really, really ready for business. Before even getting distributors on board, they had already gone ahead to get a very big edifice, paid for it, and then they're renovating. And the renovation is not a small kind of renovation. They were renovating to world-class standard. And so from the gate, you just meet once. From the gate of Immeri head office, you meet once. From the entrance into the reception, you meet people that are cultured. You meet people that know what they are doing. Everybody there is on point. They know what brought them there. So I met people that were completely groomed to take the business. That for the millennium business now. As in, they were groomed to take the business to the next level. As in, they were not just anyhow people. They were completely trained to meet the needs of distributors. So I met these people. I was really wowed. I was amazed. Then I sat down to listen to the plan. I listened to the product. The product too were out of this world. When I was I was taken through the product, it was completely what was needed in Nigeria, or not what was needed in Africa. Because one, the product called Virgin is for every woman, and we have over close to half of the population as women. So that means at every point in time, I have my markets, my target markets. So even if I decide to sell only Virgin, I will be able to feed my children and feed my family and take care of my needs. So because we have over half of the population as women, and then each of these women, about 90% of them, WHO said over 90% of the women in Africa and all over the world has one or two gynecological issues. So that means I'm in business in terms of Virgin. Then I have a product called the Adwell and then the Vitide. This takes care of about 3 killer diseases in Africa right now, which is diabetes, high blood pressure, and then cancer. So this product also, reduces the risk of any exposure to this killer diseases. So I was already bought with the product. I told myself that if it just means me buying the product and selling and retailing, is enough to take care of my home. But I now listened to the plan, and when I was told the plan, I almost fainted, because it was different from everything I've seen before. It was completely different from all competition. And I have been in network marketing since 2002. So I'm not just a novice in network marketing. I've been in network marketing since 2002 as a corper. So when I heard about the plan
that is a real story from, of course, a director, okay, in Immeri. And can you please tell us how was, okay, your first 3 months, okay, doing the Immeri business?
At first, when I heard about the business, I heard about the plan, I was amazed. I was blown away. and I started telling people about it. First and foremost, I always do something. I don't know if it's ethical, but my children are always my first customers. So I first registered my 3 children. Then I went out and started talking to people about the business. I called people far and wide, and I told them that this is business. This is a business that is definitely going to blow in Nigeria because it is second to none. There's no network like it. So I started talking to people. I started traveling from place to place because the new business, you wouldn't want the business to be taught to other people in a wrong way. So you want to teach the business the right way, how you have learned it from the company. So I was traveling from place to place to hold seminars, to like teach the right compensation plan to the people. And then I was so amazed because people got into it, and from there it was just like it was like a wildfire. It just kept going from place to place, just kept erupting in different places, and that's how I kept moving until I got to where I am right now. Yeah. So my 3 months was awesome. In between the 3 months, I had to go to China to see the head office, the China head office, and then to also meet with the CEO and to also go
Yes,
to visit.
you went to China. Yes, you went to China, and you even, of course, met up with the chairman and CEO of Immeri, Mr. Lau, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and you have actually really inspired everybody. Okay, in terms of number one, putting their trust, okay, and confidence in the business, and
Yeah.
being, of course, what's this? One of the successful, okay, one of the successful Immerians who started Immeri, okay, in less than a year, okay, that you have made already this far, okay, to director's position. So can you please tell us, okay, if what is the most fulfilling part, okay, of becoming an Immeri director?
You'll be shocked. The money was good, the car excellent, but the most fulfilling part for me was being able to produce an elite manager from my team to succeed me was the most important for me, because me, I believe in replication. I believe that everything I do, somebody else from my team should be able to replicate what I've done, and that is the only way you have like a complete, you have like a validation and also like a complete fulfillment that you are doing the right thing. If you are the only one that is just soaring and soaring and soaring, and every other person in your team is low, 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 below, then that means you're not doing the right thing. That means it's what you're teaching is not right. You're not a good leader. So I am most excited when I became a director, and my distributor became an elite manager, soon to be a director as well. So that is my highest point in this. My car also, my car, my the money beautiful, but the replication was the most for me, was the most high for me.
So what is the story behind, okay, this black Mercedes-Benz ML354 Matic? Was it your dream car, or what? Did it occur to you, okay, one day that I think I need to drive, okay, this black Mercedes-Benz? Though you already
Okay.
have an existing car, right, that you are driving in Nigeria. So why black Mercedes-Benz ML354 Matic? Can you please tell us, okay, the story behind, okay, this
Okay, so
car?
when I got married to my husband is a car. He was a car freak. I loved cars a lot, and then he bought the first car he bought me was a C230, Mercedes V-Brix C230. Then the next one he bought was an ML350, the old ML350. Was it 350 or 250 then? And so I've always wanted to have another ML, just because of him, to have like something that I remember him for. And then this time around, at least I'm working it out with my own sweat. And then, so when I had the opportunity to choose the car, I had two options. One was the Range Rover, and then another one was an ML. And Range Rover I've driven most of these cars already. So, but the ML was something that he bought and something that I really loved. So when I saw a newer version of it and a much bigger version of it, it just resonated with me. And I just in honor of my husband, I chose the ML350.
Wow, wow. Thank you for sharing with us, okay, that, of course, thought, okay, in order for you to, number one, okay, honor your husband, okay, and we are praying, okay, that always and always, okay, you are going to, of course, number one, leave whatever things, okay, that you are achieving right now, to enjoy it to the fullest, okay, and at the same time, that this car will not just only, of course, inspire you to work more, okay, but of course, inspire the
Definitely.
rest of the people, okay, who are dreaming also to drive, okay, the car of their choice, okay. So patience, Mad Lion, can you please also share, okay, to all our live viewers, what is the most important attitude that one should possess in order to succeed in any business venture, okay, that they would consider? So, you being an Immerian, okay, what is this important character, okay, that you really possess, okay, that you are able to experience all this success, okay, in doing the Immeri business?
Okay, the first one for me, I have more than one. The first one for me is that you have to have integrity as a distributor. Your integrity is completely important, because if you say something today and you are not living up to it, tomorrow when you say something else, other the distributors around you, or I mean your structure, might just look down at what you say, or might not even take what you say for as a pinch of salt, or they may take it as a pinch of salt. So for me, you have to have integrity. Integrity is one currency that you need as a distributor. You must be able to live up to what you say. You must be able to say what you do, and then live up to what you and whatever you say. So that's for me. Everything I tell my distributors, I make sure it comes to pass, if in as much as I can. But if it's not going to come to pass, I will let them know ahead of time that, so what is what I told you. It might not work out the way you think, but this is what it should have been. So integrity is key. Then secondly, I put my passion. I put whatever I do 110%. I build all my passion into what I do. So the another thing that you need to know as a distributor, that you have to have the passion, because it's the passion that people see in you. People see the passion and they want to emulate, they want to come and join you. If you are doing your business in a very, very passive way, then people will not see what you are trying to portray. People will not see what you're trying to sell. But when you show passion, every day you are there, every day you are online, every day you are trying to say something, every day you are saying one thing to another person, then before you know it, you are having people following you. I used to have this affirmation. I always say, Immeri must pay my bill, Immeri must pay my bill, right? At the end of the day, people began to call me that name, Immeri must pay my bill. When they call me on the phone, especially people on my Facebook wall, when they call me on the phone, I'll say, Immeri must pay my bill. I say, yeah, Immeri must pay my bill. That way, they saw that I had passion in what I was doing. And when finally the car came, most of them are signing up under me now, because they felt, oh, you've been saying this, and truly, it's really paying your bills. So your passion is key in whatever you do. You must be able to develop that passion. The third one is consistency. You must be consistent in what you do as a distributor. You don't run from pillar to post. Today you are doing this network, next money you are doing the next network. At the end of the day, your distributors or your audience will get confused. They don't even know which one you're doing now. Today you're advertising this, tomorrow you're advertising that. At the end of the day, nobody takes you seriously. So if you're doing one network, which is Immeri, please do it with utmost passion and with almost seriousness, so that people that comes on board will understand that you are very serious about and you're resolute about the business. Even if you're not making it right now in the business, try as much as possible to just stay consistent. There is no way that you continue to be consistent for the next 3 months, 2 months, 6 months, and then you're not making an impact on somebody. It doesn't take one day for somebody to get. Some people get confused in one day. For instance, you might be talking to somebody, and then the person is taking his time. And probably when the person decides to now accept the business, and it tries to set you out, the next thing you're doing another business, the person now gets confused. That if this business that you said was so good some 2 days ago, and you have left and you're doing another one, at the end of the day, the person gets really, really confused, and then you lose distributors, you lose prospects. So be consistent in what you do. So the number one thing is have integrity. Second thing is be passionate about what you do. Build your passion as much as possible. Build yourself into your business. Build your everything into your business. Do your business as if your life depends on your business. And thirdly, be consistent in what you do. Work it until it works. Don't stop jumping from one place to the other because you're looking for an easier place. Just do it until it works. Yeah,
Wow.
that's are the three things that
Wow.
guides
So
my choice.
that actually, of course, amazes us, okay, especially everybody who are actually joining us in this Facebook live stream. You just heard from our newest director and, of course, the new car recipient of Black Mercedes-Benz M350 Formatic from Immeri, Nigeria. And she is, of course, one of I mean, a leader, okay, that everyone should look up to because she possesses, okay, these qualities of being, of course, a person with integrity, a person with passion, and a person with consistency. So I just, of course, wish that everyone is going to number one, not just only follow her footsteps, but at the same time apply the same strategy that. Of course, she is actually, of course, doing in her organization, in her team. So, Patience, okay, can you please share to us, okay, your vision for your team 3 years to 5 years from now in Immeri? So what vision do you have for the rest of this
Oh,
people, okay, who are actually, of course, looking up on you, okay, being the director now, okay, and what advice can you actually give to them?
I look forward to celebrating Sapphire ambassadors. I look forward to celebrating diamond ambassadors in my team. I look forward to celebrating emerald. I look forward to celebrating lots and lots of rank advancers, because the truth of the matter is that you cannot, when you are consistent at what you do, you will move up the ranks faster than you even think. So I look forward to replicating more and more of lionesses in my team, more and more of people like the Kukan of Africa. I look forward to replicating people like Coast 123. I look forward to replicating Odo. I look forward to replicating Z Mama. I look forward to replicating Action One. I look forward to replicating lots and lots of people in my team that are doing so well. So I don't want to have like only one Kukan of Africa in my team. I want to have as many as possible. I want to have as many as Couscous 123. I want to have as many as Action One. So by the time when we look back at, I'm going to look forward to the next 3 years. I want to have as many leaders as possible. That is what will give me the most happiness. I want to replicate many lionesses in my team, many lions in my team, and make sure that they are all doing exactly what I am doing right now, as in having integrity, being passionate about their business, and also being consistent in their business.
Much. Thank you very much, Lioness. Okay, for always extending your help. Okay, and at the same time, your thoughts. Okay, especially on how one can actually how can one really focus in your business and succeed from doing it, okay, in a way that they will also experience the same stage, okay, that you are into right now, okay, in your Immeri business. So can you also share your advice, okay, especially for those who are starting Immeri business and for those who are yet, okay, to actually join our business? So what advice you can actually share to the rest, okay, of those who are really what's this committing themselves, okay, to be part of this business?
Okay, so key in, key in as fast as possible. Key in like today, because either way you are still going to key in. The Immeri plan is such that you have is second to none. It's something that is a plan that everybody wins. According to my boss, Dr. John Mokoro, everybody wins in Immeri. Immeri doesn't just reward the high flyers; it rewards everybody that is active. So once you're active in Immeri, you are definitely going to earn money. So the earlier you join, the better for us, or for you rather, and for all of us, because it is a synergistic board plan. Who knows? You might just land on one of my boards. So it's a decision you want to take today, because the decision I took last year, 4th of May last year, to join Immeri is something I will ever be proud of. Honestly speaking, it's the wisest decision I've taken so far. Then if you are on board already and then you feel that you're not doing well, honestly, just continue to be consistent. Just continue to reach out as many people as possible. And then don't box yourself in a corner. Do not always look at your immediate environment. Try as much as possible to see the whole world as a global market. Who told you cannot get prospects from Russia? Who told you cannot get prospects even from Malaysia, where the company emanated from? So you can get prospects anywhere, all over the world. So do not box yourself in. Do not even feel bad that you are not doing well. Just continue to be consistent. Continue to move and move. Who says tomorrow you might just get someone that will like push you up the ladder, push you up the ranks? Or you don't understand. So don't get discouraged. Continue to push. Continue to work. Continue to expose your business to as many people as possible. Continue to like use your social media handles. Continue to use your anything that's in your arsenal. Continue to talk as much as possible. Continue to be the product of your product. As you continue to be the product of your product, people will continue to ask you. People will begin to ask you, what do you use? Why are you looking so good? Why are you looking so healthy? Why are you looking so young? So people continue to, and then why are you living this kind of lifestyle? Before you know it, people like begin to key into the business. So as much as possible, continue to build, continue to grind until you get to where you want to be.
Wow, we really appreciate your professional advice, of course, being one of our successful Immeri entrepreneur. Okay, so right now that you are a director, so basically you have already the experience, okay, on how you actually, of course, get there, and right now that you are being celebrated and everybody is looking up on you. So we really appreciate you for sharing your view, okay, especially on how one can start up, okay, and at the same time, how can you really, of course, effectively complement your Immeri business with the right attitude, okay, and just like what you did, okay, because of your commitment and because of the consistency, okay, that you are always doing, okay, in your activities, okay, and you being, of course, a leader, so you definitely, of course, made it, okay, this far, okay, and not just only a director, okay, but of course a recipient of a brand new black Mercedes-Benz ML354 Matic. Okay, so for those of you who are watching us, okay, tuning in, okay, stay in tune, okay, with this special episode of Immeri Spotlight, and we are now on our episode 12, and we are joined by no less than Mrs. Patience Madlion from Abuja, Nigeria. Okay, so Mrs. Patience Madlion, okay, can you please also describe to all our viewers, okay, how do you actually, of course, manage your time that right now you are a director? So how do you start your day and how do you end your day, and how do you manage, okay, your calls, especially now that we are in this current situation? So far, how do you, of course, handle your business meetings, okay, that right now you are stuck at home?
Okay, so what happens to me every day is that when I wake up in the morning, of course, I say my prayers. I take my Vitide. That's very important to me. I take my Vitide and my Adwell. Then I go online, and I would meet like several requests from people asking me to talk to one prospect or the other, or ask me questions about Immeri. So I just sit back, and I respond to most of those questions. And I also send motivational words to my team members on WhatsApp. And because now the COVID thing, the pandemic, there's nothing like physical seminars anymore. Even if you have to like have all the social distancing and everything involved in that. So what we do now, mostly we do an online Zoom calls, and then we have prospects from all over the place get to join online to learn about the business. So I join most of the online chat rooms. Then I also have people come over to my house, not more than 5 at a go. They come over to my house with their mask and their face shield. I have my face shield, I have my mask as well. So I sit with them outside in my pouch, and then I tell them the Immeri plan. I like to break it down for them and then get them to understand what the plan is like. Then occasionally on weekends, probably on Sundays, I have like a home seminar where I have nothing less, not more than 8 people in my sitting room, all with their masks and their face shield, and then we break down the Immeri plan to them, and then they get to understand what the plan is about. So on daily basis, I have people that I have to like follow up on my prospects, follow up on my distributors' prospects. I walk around the clock. Now, it is more challenging now as a distributor because you are responsible for everybody in Nigeria and abroad. So you have the responsibility to meet up with all of them and to answer their questions and their queries, and to also to point them to the right direction. So you have that responsibility as a director. So that is what I have been doing since I became a director. I make sure that
Wow.
I follow
Thank
my
you
leadership.
very much, okay, Mrs. Patience Madlion, okay, for sharing with us, okay, your thoughts, okay, and especially on the idea, okay, that during this pandemic, okay, during this period, okay, so everybody is really challenged, okay. But despite of this current restrictions, okay, that the country is facing, you are still, of course, making it, okay, and your team are really making it in Immeri business. And I've heard, okay, that over the past few weeks, okay, your team from Potakot, okay, your team from Uyo are really, really, really doing well. So if you are to actually thank, okay, your business partners, okay, so who do you want to really express your gratitude for, okay, making it, of course, this far in the business and for really, really, what's this, achieving, okay, this success that you are now experiencing, okay, in the industry. So who you would like to thank?
Okay, so me as a leader, you don't have any single person. You don't single out somebody to thank, honestly, because it's a synergistic thing. So that means everybody in the team works accordingly. Everybody works to make sure that all of us wins. I have a very very high flying team. Yes, I have people that are like completely on top of their game, and I I feel so excited to have them in my team. But I also have people that are working slowly too, and are also working and getting to the where they're supposed to be. So I am excited about everybody. I want to thank the whole my entire team. There are about 1,500 of them. I want to thank everybody. Everybody is important to me. That you're not moving fast today doesn't mean you're not going to move fast. You're going to definitely still move to the permanent site. So as much as possible, just don't give up. Don't lose hope. Don't think that you are not appreciated. I appreciate every single team member in my team. I appreciate every single person. If you're high flying, good. I'm excited about you. I really wish that you continue to fly. But if you are slow, keep pushing, keep grinding. You'll get there one day. So every member
Wow.
of my team is important to me. So I celebrate everybody today.
And yes, finally, Pat. Okay, so if you are to caption your life right now, what is the best caption you can give for yourself?
Ah, my life is good. Right now, all I can say to anybody watching me that life with Immeri is great. That's the truth. Immeri pays my bills, and Immeri must continue to pay my bills. That is all I can say to anybody that is watching this now. Life with Immeri is awesome. Life with Immeri is great, and Immeri will
Wow.
continue to pay my bills.
And it's our honor, okay, to share with you this stage in your life right now that you being, of course, the newest director and a car recipient, we are continuously praying, okay, for your future success in the business
Thank you.
and your entire team in the business, okay? So
Thank
everyone,
you.
please kindly follow, okay, and like our official Facebook pages, okay, at Immeri Nigeria Official, at Immeri Ghana Official, at Immeri Egypt Official, at Immeri Philippines Official. And please don't forget also to subscribe to our official YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/Immeri Global, www.youtube.com/Immerpreneur. So today we are, of course, and yes, we are very much privileged that we have heard, okay, straight from our successful Immeri entrepreneur, no less than our newest director. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please round of applause, okay, for Mrs. Patience Madlion from Abuja, Nigeria. And you are tuning in with us, okay? And yes, this is once again, okay, your host, Mr. Aris Mosaso, saying that you can say everything to be the light, but you should do whatever it takes to be on the spotlight, okay? Till next week, thank you very much. We are seamless, we are limitless. Thank you all once again, and have a wonderful Friday afternoon to all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you.